And who's next? Houston. This is another franchise, Alexi, that has to get help now. They're not used not making the playoffs. They need help. They need help now. Where do they go?
Let's see. So who's out there right now? We have Sarkodie. Remember, A.J. Sowers, by the way, is the first senior to be drafted. We talk about those generation guys that are out there, Generation Adidas players, and the value that they have because of where they fit in your roster and not counting on your salary cap. But you got Kofi Sarkodie out there. You got Jaleel Anibaba, who I mentioned once again.
I think that's where they go.
Once again, in terms of that defender that's going to come in, it's going to do a job that's big, that's strong, but also very, very good with his feet.
And they need someone to play now. But don't be shocked if they go forward here to play alongside Brian Ching up front. Let's go to the commissioner, Don Garber.
The 7th pick of the first round of the 2011 MLS Super Draft, the Houston Dynamo select from the University of Akron, a member of Generation Adidas, defender Kofi Sarkodie.
And there he is, Kofi Sarkodie, the 7th overall pick, tabbed by head coach Dominic Kinnear in the Houston Dynamo. Talked with head coach Dominic Kinnear last night. He said 3 names. And boy, I hope one of these guys is still here, and Sarkodie was one of them. He will be a right fullback for the Houston Dynamo. This is a young man who saw a lot of time with the U.S. Under-17 national team, has the ability, John, to get forward. Last season for Akron as a fullback, 8 goals and 6 assists. He has 12 career goals and 15 career assists in just 3 years as a fullback in college.
Well, again, Rob, you talk about, how important it is for a fullback to maybe have those extra type of characteristics and tendencies to get forward and create and find the game. He does it very well. The question for me is about Kofi Sarkodie. Is he really a right back? I mean, is he a right-sided midfielder? Can he push forward quite much? But will he kind of slot into that position and drop off of the center backs and defend well? At the next level, he needs to do that. And with Houston, really, they miss Richard Mulrooney as a right back. A leader, a guy that's done excellent, great, a great player that's been able to rely on in that position for so long. And now hopefully he can slide into there and work for Dominic Kinnear.
Yeah, it's been an interesting offseason for Houston. They lose their starting goalkeeper, Pat Onstad, to retirement. He comes to this neck of the woods now, goalkeeper coach for Ben Olsen on the DC United staff. Joseph Nguyen leaves. They bring in Jason Gary, a very talented forward from the Columbus Crew. A lot of talk about a serious big-time player, a DP-type striker like a David Suazo, a Dos Santos. Those talks seem to have gone by the wayside. Houston's got a lot of work to do, but Dominic Kinnear, guys, is very happy with this selection.
When you talk about Kofi Sarkodie, but I'm going to throw it different way. He's a right-sided player. Houston's got an assistant coach in Steve Ralston, who's an all-time great in MLS. Does he have the capacity and want to learn and the urge to say, you know what, Steve, how do I learn how to play the right side? Because Harksey brings up a good point, Alexi. When you watch him play, the question is, did he play defender, right back, so everything's in front of him? Because I don't know if he can really defend right now.
When we talked to Caleb Porter, the coach for Akron, he said, bar none, the best defender he's ever had, because he knew the word was getting out that this guy is incredible going forward, but there's some questions as to whether he can defend. As far as I'm concerned, with his speed, with his athletic ability, put him in that position and make him defend. Give him that challenge. He's a smart guy. I think he'll love to have that challenge. I think he'll be a good right back. I think they'll teach him in Houston. He's going to a very, very good program where it's very, very simple and clear cut when you're playing for Dominic Kinnear. This is what you have to do. If you're going to play right back for my team, these are your responsibilities. Give him those responsibilities. Give him that challenge, and then add the incredible physical attributes that he had, that speed. And yes, he gets up and down. I think he'll do fine.